In this session, we will be looking at the process of charging, a second part of the session for electrostatics. Okay, let's begin. There are two types of charges, static and moving charges. Static charges are charges that stay in place, while moving charges are charges that flow from one point to another. You have probably heard charges for many times now, but what do we mean by charges? You can refer to the past video for this info. An atom can simply gain or lose charges. A body may be positive or negative. This attribute depends on the number of electrons in an atom. Similar number of protons and electrons are neutral body, but may be charged by the three processes of charging. According to Benjamin Franklin, a body can acquire charges by rubbing objects together. This process of charging is called charging by friction. An object's tendency to lose or gain charge depends on the electron affinity. Electron affinity is a measure of the attraction of an atom to an electron. Materials of higher electron affinity has the tendency to gain more electron, making them negatively charged, while materials with lower electron affinity has the tendency to lose electron and become positively charged. Common materials are arranged in Triboelectric Series, which rank objects in increasing electron affinity. In general, when two objects rub against each other, the object that is found higher on the list becomes positive in charge. The second process of charging is by charging by conduction. Charging by conduction involves physical contact, wherein electrons can move directly from one body to another. And the third and last process of charging is called charging by induction. This process of charging does not involve physical contact. Usually, during this process, the attraction of like charges and repulsion of unlike charges rule, making a clear separation of positive and negative charges in both bodies. This separation of positive and negative charges is called polarization. And the only way for charged bodies to become neutral is by introducing a reservoir of charges called ground, or by a process called grounding. The earth or the ground is a huge reservoir of charges. It can donate or accept electrons. This process is similar to lightning phenomenon, where negatively charged clouds seek a positive charge. The earth aids in the process of grounding, where we see a huge stream of charges as lightning. Electrostatics always follow the conservation of charge, where it states that the total charge of an isolated system remains constant. Charges cannot be created nor destroyed. They can only be transferred from one body to another. In summary, charges can only flow and be transferred by means of charging by friction and charging by conduction, and polarized or separated through charging by induction, which can be neutralized through grounding. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching and see you again in the next one.